Why, hello there, vlog channel, and welcome back. As you can see, we are on a computer, which is a bit anticlimactic, because we're usually doing wheelies and stunts, but it is the winter time, and I thought this would be a really good time to go over how I am going to be designing my bike, and show you guys how you can make your bike done before paying for it. I don't really know how to explain this, but my current bike looks like this. I'll pop it up on the screen, and what you guys see in Photoshop is how it used to look. I plan on going back to full fairings, but I want to make the design and choose the colors for all the different powder coats and stuff on Photoshop, so I have the full picture of my build before I spend any money on it. Now, I've tried to make this as close as possible. I edited in this top part of the frame because I'll be cutting this plastic. So that's here, and I've cut it out from the background. We still need to go in to all of like the little spots like this that has the background in it still and cut those out, which is super tedious. But after we get that done and the bike is fully cut out from the background, I'm gonna show you guys how to start choosing your colors and really how to design your bike before paying any money. And if you don't have Photoshop, there's a website called Photopea, Photopea, and that's Photoshop but browser based, and it's free. So I'm gonna keep cutting this out, and I'll check back in with you guys in just a moment. Alright, so now we have all the little finite details, which takes absolutely forever, including the holes in the rotor. We have everything, like it's out. It's off of the background, so we could pop our background back in later, see the bike in its entirety. I did do a couple creative liberties by cutting off the license plate bracket here, and cutting out the mirrors because I won't be using those in the next build, so I just kind of chopped them off. Now, we're going to use the same strategy with this little pen selection tool, or polygon lasso tool, and we're going to grab each part of this bike individually. Now, the more time you spend on this, the better it's going to come out. So let me kind of start with this, for example, the SS Moto foot pegs. I know I want to leave the outside one black, so I'm going to grab around that, so I'm not grabbing that part of it, just like this. The crossbar of the two, I may make gold, I probably will, so I'm going to grab all of that, all of this back here, and we'll bring it back this way. Now, this top piece, I think I'm going to make that gold as well, because I'm going to keep the subframe black. So we'll grab that. And you just want to make this as clean as possible. It does take, like, forever. And I'm sure you could get a somewhat close idea from, like, AI, like ChatGPT or something. But it's not going to be nearly as close as doing it by hand. So now we have this as a selection. I'm going to do Control-J to duplicate it. And then I'm going to name this Passenger Pegs. And I'm going to hide everything else. Now, once we put a color on this, we don't want it over the bolts. So we need to cut the bolts out of this, which I think I can use this and just kind of cheese it, like so. But this is where it's like daunting, because everything that's not gonna get powder coated or painted needs to be taken out of the image if you want your image to be as close to how the bike is gonna look when it's done. So there we go. Now if we pop this back on, and I know that I want those gold, so what I'm gonna do is go over to that layer, blending options, color overlay, and it's gonna be a little challenging to get a good gold. I'm gonna use my color picker to just pick this gold. That looks horrible. We're gonna go a lot brighter, and we're gonna try to play around with blend modes to see if we can get anything that looks more metallic, like this. Color dodge on this color looks pretty dang good. Might be a little bright though, so we'll have to play around with it a little bit. Around there looks really nice. So now we have those SS Moto rear sets as gold. We go back to our bike layer and we just rinse and repeat this process. So up next, I'm gonna do the rider foot pegs. Now I have SS Moto foot pegs now, so that kind of sucks. It's not gonna be exact. but it'll get my point across. So we're gonna grab all of this out. Only the part that we want to be that gold color. So all of this silver stuff, skip past it. We don't have a spring anymore, which I'm kind of sad about. And you just follow these the best you can, guys. The more time you take on it, the better it's gonna look. But you cut it out. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'll just kind of do it by myself to not bore you guys. Then we turn this off, and we cut out the parts that we don't want colored. So the bolts again. We got that bolt and this bolt. And now, since we already got our color perfect, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get any better gold than that. We're gonna click on this layer, and we're going to copy layer styles, and then paste them into this. And we gotta make sure to name this rear sets. Perfect. So now we've got the pegs and the rear sets done, and you're gonna do that for every part you want powdered on this bike. Every fairing you want painted, any fender, tank, literally anything you want to do on the bike, you need to cut it out into its own item, name it so you can recolor it later while you're working on your ideas, and then you'll be able to fully pick. So you guys see how this looks now. I'm gonna just teleport to the future when I have my design done. All right, so I have gotten the gold parts done, and I just went ahead and made all the fairings black for now. I want to maybe do blue instead of black, but I wanted to show you guys the next step. If you have an image that you want on your bike, I have a penguin, but I have to find the PNG for it. All right, here it is. We are gonna go ahead and remove the background. Hopefully that AI tool just works fine for us. Of course not. Let's select subject, and then we will narrow down our selection with our quick selection tool. Let's just make sure everything inside here is selected. Now guys, I know there's gonna be some people in the comments, if this video gets to the right target of people that are like, ain't nobody have time for that, all right? But it's winter, so we actually have nothing but time to do this. So we gotta make it work. My goal is to have this penguin on the fairing. Now, I could go to a custom fairing company and have them do it, or I could just order a very large sticker and put it on here. Check this out though. If we grab our penguin, let's just call that Peng, and let's put it by our fairings. If I hold Alt on my keyboard, I can make it go right into that. I need to convert those to a smart object first, and then do it. And look at this. Now, it's able to be moved around inside the fairing, so I can scale it up. I think I want the feet. This is kind of cool actually right here. Now, I would have to measure this out on the actual bike and figure out how big that sticker would need to be. And it would probably be pretty expensive, but I kind of like this, bro. Of course, all of the golds will also match better when it's not, you know, me. I kinda like this. What if I had something white as well to match like the penguin? All right, so I made the handbrake bracket and the wings white. I think that's pretty dang cool. We'll have gold brake lines, gold stunt stay, all that stuff gold. And I have a better cage now than this one. That one was tragic. See, I really like this too, but it's like I would stick out like a sore thumb. I don't hate it though. It's literally between blue and black. The black looks so clean, man. But the blue, it's like a statement, man. I have some stuff to figure out. I'm really vibing with this though. But that's how you do it, fellas. This is how you design your bike before paying for powder and disassembling and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'd have to smoke these turn signals too. It's gonna be blue or black. I hope to see you guys at the beginning of the riding season with one of these two bikes done. Blue is sick. The way I'm thinking of it though, like the black fairings are just gonna be so cheap. If I get blue fairings, I'm gonna need to get them custom, and they're not gonna be as cheap. But black, I could just go on eBay and get some China ones. We'll see, fellas. We will see. That's gonna wrap it up though. Hopefully next time I see you guys, I will be on or working on the bike.